Hey everybody, it's me Arlene, Delicious Delights. Today's review is Black Orchid Reserve from Tom Ford. It's the newest flanker of Black Orchid 2025 release. I personally love Black Orchid and all of the flankers. I've been a huge fan of this Black Orchid collection. I'll first talk about the other versions of Black Orchid and then I'll get into the Black Orchid Reserve. So the original Black Orchid, I have told this story on my channel in the past, but I'll say it again. When I first tried Black Orchid many years ago, the original version, I was blown away by it. It was just something so new and different and unique. I was so impressed by it. It had this very strong, earthy, patchouli, darkness, mysteriousness. It was just an interesting scent and I fell in love right away pretty much. And also my husband really enjoyed the original EDP of Black Orchid. And then he picked up a big bottle of Black Orchid for me at the duty free and I wore it a lot that year. Also, my husband wore it a lot as well, and after some time it started to become his signature scent, which was nice to smell on him, but I didn't want to smell it on myself anymore for a while because I always smelled it on him. So he pretty much stole my bottle. And then after a while he started wearing something else and then I started wearing Black Orchid, the EDP again. So yeah, I just have loved the scent for such a long time. Every single flanker of Black Orchid I have enjoyed as well. This is probably my favorite version of Black Orchid though. This is the Eau de Toilette, and the reason why it's my favorite is because I just find this version to be the most wearable version. It still smells very much like the original version, but they have just toned everything down in this EDT. They just made it a lot more polite, more quiet, but at the same time it has a big presence about it. I also find it to be a lot more versatile. I can wear this one year round. In hot weather, I can just wear less sprays. It performs really well, it smells amazing, and it also makes me feel amazing as well. So this is my favorite version. Now the Black Orchid Reserve bottle looks similar to the other ones in the collection. This one has a gold cap and also kind of like a black ring around the cap as well. But everything else looks kind of similar. Well, there's a gold plaque in there, but the lines going up and down, they are the same there. And I really do like the bottle design. Now the notes listed for Black Orchid Reserve: in the top we have truffle and bergamot. The middle notes are ylang ylang and Black Orchid. Base notes are patchouli, dark chocolate, tonka, and vanilla. And if I were to choose a version of Black Orchid that I think it's most similar to, I would say it's the Black Orchid Parfum. And that one is the one in the all gold bottle, the shiny gold sparkly bottle, which is also a very nice version as well. So with Black Orchid Reserve, right on first sniff, it is very familiar. You just definitely know right away that this is Black Orchid. In the opening though, I would say that they have amped up the patchouli note. In the opening, it is more earthy and more patchouli-ish. It just feels more heavy and more dark in the opening than the other versions. Also, there's this heavy muskiness, at least on my skin. There's this kind of heavy musk along with this earthy patchouli. And they have put a lot, or it feels like they have put a lot of that note in there. It's very strong. Behind that, I also smell a little bit of tobacco. And there aren't any tobacco notes listed on Fragrantica for this one. But I definitely get some kind of smokiness, a smoky tobacco behind the earthy patchouli. And also this heavy musk as well. So the vibe I get here is heavy, earthy, dark, woody, a little bit smoky, a little bit sweet as well, and also a booziness in here too. And the imagery that came to me when I was testing this one was an aged oak barrel full of some kind of whiskey. Also, I was thinking of dark chocolate and cacao nibs, a woody dark chocolate kind of thing as well. And I was also picturing some dried fruits in there too. Maybe some dried apricot, stone fruits, something like that. And that's what I think that this one smells like in the opening. So it feels like they took elements from other versions of Black Orchid and put it all together in this version of Black Orchid Reserve. And I love it. I really, really love the opening. It is just so big and bold. And it's one that would definitely make me stand up a little taller. There's just something extra special about all of the versions of Black Orchid that just make me feel a certain way. It makes me feel more put together, more dressed up. And I really, really enjoy the opening of this. So in the mid of Black Orchid Reserve, things get even more heavy and dark and earthy. It also feels like the texture of this scent gets even thicker. So we have that thick patchouli, the thick black truffle note in here. It is very warm and cozy. There's that nice sweetness in there as well. Yeah, it just feels like from the opening, it gets a little bit louder. It feels like it's kind of blooming. At least on me, it just feels like it's growing on my skin, producing a bigger scent cloud, which I also really enjoy. And then in the dry down, things really just start to get softer and lighter. And then it reminds me of the dry down of the original Black Orchid, the EDP. Also the dry down of this one as well, which is also very similar. So things just get very soft, lighter. It's not a big scent cloud anymore. It's just a softer, closer to the skin scent. And yeah, so it just feels like this is a very top heavy scent, where it starts off with a big bang and then it, after a few hours, turns into a skin scent, at least on my skin. But I really enjoy the scent. I am not surprised at all. I think that if you enjoy Black Orchid, any of the flankers, you would probably like this one as well. Maybe if you wanted something with an even bigger punch in the opening compared to the other Black Orchids, then this is one you would want to get your nose on. But will I be buying a Black Orchid Reserve? As much as I love the scent, I will say no, just because it's similar. It's close enough to the EDT and the original one that I don't feel the need to own the Reserve version. Like if I didn't already own any of the other Black Orchids, then yes, I would consider this version. But because I have some of the flankers, and again, this is my favorite one, which is the one that I would reach for the most, then I wouldn't feel the need to own this one. But as far as the scent goes, I love it. It's familiar. It's fantastic. It's just bigger in the opening compared to the other versions of Black Orchid, in my opinion. And then after a few hours, it gets very, very soft and faint and close to the skin. And it just feels like all of those notes kind of just melt into each other and mix into something just very soft and elegant, which is a big contrast to what the opening was. So yeah, those were my thoughts on Black Orchid Reserve. Also, my thoughts on some of the other versions of Black Orchid. If you've tried this version, I would love to hear your thoughts on it down in the comments. Also, let me know which is your favorite version of Black Orchid. I would love to hear about that as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.